Okay, this is Latoya Hall, mother of DHS kidnapper prophet Serena Hall, and she's going to record what's part of her evidence in her federal case of DHS kidnapping her child for profit while she had an epileptic seizure 5 years ago and selling the child to a abusive, hitting her, seen, witnessed by others in public already, Ella M. Sutton, her child Serena Hall. Something occurred last night that needs to be recorded. Okay, Serena, speak up loudly, okay, because of the music. We are at the Million Mentor campaign headed by Michael Basin, WDAS radio personality. Go ahead.
Well, I got a call last night at 11:15 p.m. A DHS worker said she was a DHS worker, and she called restricted and said that my daughter was abused, and asked me that I know anybody that lives at 7415 Georgia Road, and I told her my daughter. She told me that my daughter was abused and she was dead at the scene. I don't know how true this is, but she did block her number. I did ask her what was her name. She said she couldn't give me her information.
Did she say she was a DHS social worker?
Yes, she did.
Okay, and then what did you do then? Did you call the police?
I called the police. Me and my husband called the police, and they made a report. They said the only thing I had to do was call DHS. DHS don't have no information right at the time. I don't know how true this is, but that's what she said to me.
But did this woman who said she was a DHS social worker say she couldn't tell you who she was because she's not even supposed to be calling you?
Yes, she was supposed to be calling me, and that I didn't have no rights, so that's why she didn't call me.
This speaks to accountability, how after they kidnap our children for profit, DHS dishonest social workers and involuntarily terminate parents' rights, give our children to DHS contractors instead of using federal funding for family preservation. This is how they sidestep accountability and abuse the immunity language in the 1983 Civil Rights, misadministrating records that quote-unquote says she has no rights to know what is happening to her children, even though this DHS social worker admits to knowing that the child was beat. What is the name of the person that you witnessed yourself beating your daughter outside and the abusive foster contractor, and her address?
Serena's foster parent, Ella M. Sutton, and her address is 7415 Georgia Road.
And this is May 12th, and this call came in about approximately what time, 9 p.m. last night?
No, 11:15 p.m.
Okay, and just go into a little more detail about what happened when you talked to the police.
They told me that there was no domestic call was at her house. The last domestic call that was at her house was in March. I don't know what domestic call that was, but the last domestic call was in March, and that there was no other domestic call. That they don't know who called my phone or how they called my phone, but that I would have to call DHS to find out.
And this is a woman who has at least 4 to 5 other foster children, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That she's illegally adopted and she abuses. Okay, thank you. We're going to get this uploaded, and this is going to be on an evidence disc in the federal case. Latoya Hall, mother of Serena Hall, Serena Hall, DHS kidnapper profit victim versus Ella M. Sutton, a dishonest, abusive, perpetrating aggravated assaults and injuries upon a kidnapped for profit child, Serena Hall, who is now 7 years old. Look for HireLyrics flyers, www.HireLyrics.org, HireLyrics videos at youtube.com/HireLyrics. And what is there left to do to see pictures of this child and any information that the community witnesses and sees? Please feed it to www.HireLyrics.org. Contact Roxanne Grinage at 229-395-0039 or Dignity for the Human Spirit at HireLyrics.org here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. God bless everyone. Love and respect.